Okay, y'all, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so we are doing She Devil Part 2. You know what I didn't do? I didn't light my candles. And this cannot be. And child, okay, give me a second. I do this every time. I swear I do this every time. Let me turn on my lights. Or not. There we go. Like light. Sorry, y'all. I like a lot of light. Sorry. And I'm never prepared. I'm never completely prepared. I never get this right. But now we got it right this time, I think. I think we got it right this time. And we're gonna light up some candles because I like candles. I like to just have them. I like them burning. I like the smell good ones. Like this one. This is a Honey Crisp apple scented one. It smells so good. Like the smell of it. I mean, I could, and you know what? I have like the little stick incense. I got candles like over there too. I got so many candles. I like the smell of the candles. It drives my husband crazy. So the only time I can really burn them is when he's not in the room. He's like sensitive to smells. So anyway, so this is like my time to burn candles and do arts and crafts. It's my me time. It's my she time. So anyway, so we gotta get She Devil completed. And I got time today, y'all. I got time today because my kid is not working and it's early. I wanted to do it early, get it done, and out the way. And later on, I'm gonna go grocery shopping and Thanksgiving breakfast stuff shopping. If anyone comes ever, tell me what did you cook for Thanksgiving? If you cooked at all, because again, I'm just doing a breakfast and we're gonna do dinner out because child ain't nobody got time to be trying to grocery shop. You get through all the stores and do all that and then, you know, um store all this stuff and prep all this stuff and cook all this stuff and wash all the dishes and girl, it sounds like a lot. So no, we're not doing that. Also, then you got leftovers. You got the same thing that you're gonna eat for like 3 or 4 days. And then also on top of that, you gotta do it all again in less than a month. It's just a lot. Like it's one or the other with me. It's one or the other. It's not both. We're not doing all that. And it's a lot of money. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. Like when you think about it, it's just a lot. So what y'all doing tomorrow? I done just dragged the hell out of Thanksgiving and possibly and or Christmas. And then ask y'all what y'all doing. But that's just my perspective. Again, this is about perspectives. That's just the way I look at it. It's just a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work. And people out here are already doing a lot of hard work, and then they got to do more hard work. It's just crazy to me. So, what y'all doing tomorrow? But if you enjoy, because look, I can also tell you about how I won't be training for the Olympics either. But there are some people who love that. So if you're one of those people that enjoy it, or you're retired and you're like, oh, sorry, I need a little hand sanitizer. Um, before I do my arts and crafts. Okay. Y'all know I'm still working on it. Look at all these little tiny dots, but look at how far we've come. And then okay, talk about the no. Well, it's not even a no go. It was a where's Bob Ross? Hey Bob Ross, a happy little accident. Look at my happy little accident because they had two different shades of blue. Y'all see it? You know what? Have your happy little accident too, because girl, that happened. Okay, that is two totally different shades of blue, and I'm over there like, oh, it dries different. Okay, so we are going to finish up on She Devil. 1989 She Devil, that's based on the book, the movie that's based on a book called Life. I think it's Life of a. Why am I never together? Let me look on my phone. Let me look on my phone. You would think I would have it together, especially because I still got my notes. But let's see here. It's let me see. Let's see. Life and Loves of a She Devil is the book. Just in case anybody wants to go out there and do the book thing. Because, hey, some people want to see the movie and the book because that's a good thing to do. You can see how it's different, how it's the same, how it's, how where they got it from, where they had to cut parts from. Like, it's important. So, that's the book. So we are on this movie and we just had it. Oh, and this is my outfit is inspired by it. This says Heartless, because let me tell you about it. Ruth slash Rose slash Vesta Rose, but the actress is Roseanne, is about to get real heartless, honey. My girl is about to have a full episode of Snap, but she's not going, like, no one's going to, go 6 feet under. She's going to plot, she's going to strategize, she's going to find herself, and she's going to get that revenge. And my girl hits me with a line that I have been using for decades now. Thank you, Roseanne, for that line. I thought I got it from Dolores Claiborne, and maybe I did. That's a book by Stephen King, and I think they did a movie too. But the book is really good. The movie's good too. Anyway, I always credited to that movie, but I guess I should have been crediting to She Devil. So our girl Ruth slash Rose slash Vesta Rose, but it's Roseanne. She has had her nervous breakdown. Her husband has left, honey. He has fled the scene, honey. He has fled the scene of the crime that he did. Okay, he is the criminal, honey. He caused all this craziness, child. But he ain't taking no blame. He's blaming her, cause girl, he don't want her no more. And instead of just saying like, let's divorce, he did this. He pulled these shenanigans. Like, girl, he was pulling shenanigans. But Ruth said, girl, okay, cool. That's cute. And she goes through this thing again. Yesterday, I was saying, we need to go ahead and put CeeLo's Crazy up there because, honey, that's kind of what she was like, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe you're crazy. Somebody crazy. Possibly. Just like me. So my girl have her meltdown, and she says, okay, well, I guess I gotta start over again. But what am I gonna start over by doing, since I'm a whole liability out here in these streets, according to Robert, Mr. Patchett? He gonna get 3 names too, just because he out here misbehaving. So what she says is, okay, cool, love it. Let me go ahead, write down these 4 assets, and since I'm that liability for Mr. Patchett, let me go on and be the liability he said I have been. That's what I like to think that she was thinking in her mind. I don't know exactly what she was thinking. I'm not her, and I wasn't there. I'm just observing as a, moviegoer. But I would have been like, oh, okay, well, I'm a liability. So let's take a look at these assets that you have. Liabilities usually ruin your assets. So I guess she said, let me be that. I was your piece. Now let me not be that no more. Oh, we still rocking this mug. This was the first, and baby, she's the original. So Roseanne said, I'm not gonna be his piece no more. I tried it. I got the t-shirt. And it was whack. It was girl, it wasn't giving what he thought he was giving. It wasn't giving at all. I'm trying to pick a color that I ain't used in a while. I think it's gonna be green. Team green. Okay. So that's not an endorsement. That's just me being dumb. So, okay. So them ads says, let me remind you from yesterday. I mean, I'm being consistent. Look at me being consistent. Sorry, get a piece of candy because my mouth dry. So them 4 assets, just in case you forgot what they were from yesterday, was home, a family, a successful career, and a freedom to enjoy it all. So she wrote that down. Number 1 takedown was home because he named it first. I think she went in the order. I think she kept it in order. She kept it in sequence. Something I can't do. Go off, Roseanne Ruth. Rose, that's Rose. I can't even do that. So she said, okay, let's do this home thing, honey. Since home is one of your assets, and I am indeed your liability. So she went on, and this gonna sound crazy, but she did everything you weren't supposed to do in a home. She turned on the gas. I guess they had a gas pilot. She blew out the light. She did this. It was gas and it was on. Girl, let me pick a candle. She said, and let the gas just flow like that smoke flowing. Yeah, that's what she did. She said, so she did that. She put a bunch of spray paint cans in the microwave and hit start. I don't know how many minutes or seconds she did it for, but she was on a mission, honey. She just did everything. She put too many plugs in the thing. She did everything. And I said, oh, okay, girl. She put some cigarettes in a trash bin full of paper. She did everything. She did everything that you're not supposed to do in the home. She finally let the dog out, stuffed a carpet underneath the door to make sure that everything. She put a bunch of stuff in the oven too. I forget what she did. She was doing everything that you're not supposed to do in the home. So, she stuffed a rug under the door just to make sure, she created pressure for that. And she walked out the house and it blew up. So she just went on, I'm going to do it too if I could find a pen. Oh, there it is over here. Sorry. The cats that my husband found in a bush like to get up here and knock my pens down on the floor. So we gonna cross off home. Okay. Cross off home. So, she crossed that off. And so she got, the kids came home from school because she made sure she did all of this while the children were away at school. And they came back and they like, Mom, what's going on here? And she's like, yeah, there was a fire. She was just as calm as they come, honey. She was like, yeah, there was a fire. And they're like, but what about our clothes? She was like, you ain't got that. It's gone. They were like, what about our tapes? This is like almost the 90s. So it was like tapes for those who weren't around during that time. They're like, what about our music? What about our whatever? And she's like, it's all gone, honey. It's in the fire. Do you see a house? Do you see a house? You know what? At this point, show your arts and crafts just to distract her because she was going off, honey. Do you? And so, they was like, okay, so what we gonna do? And she was like, we're gonna go to your father's. We gonna go where he at. Let me tell you why I like this movie, I think. Because Roseanne turned into like that girl. That girl, like she straight flipped it upside down on his head as it should be. Now I forgot to say something. This goes with my love of candle thing. Whenever Ruth, because she was Ruth, this is before she became Rose, Vesta Rose. Whenever Ruth Roseanne was stressed out, and I found this I felt like I found this specifically for this movie. She would eat her some donuts. Now look at this. Look at this here. This is a croissant candle. This is it's so cute. It's so cute. So anytime she eating her donuts, and it's a significant thing in here. I'm gonna just play with this candle. It's not lit because I'm keeping it for a while because it's so pretty. Like, look at it. It's a candle. Y'all see the little wick? It's a candle. It's a croissant. You see the almonds, the glitter that it may have gotten my eye. Oh well. Candle. So we go like when I was a little girl playing with my kitchen set. So I'm done with the green. So, oh, but okay, we missed the part. I'm out of sequence, of course. This is what I do. She would eat a bunch of donuts. That was what was making her not the skinniest person on the planet. Because she kept eating. She would stress eat, honey. She was doing that stress eat thing. He was stressing her out. And there she goes, stress eating again. So she, was like, we going to where your daddy at. We jumping back to the present. We going where your daddy at. And so they was like, okay, cool, because we ain't seen him in like a long time. So she was like, okay. So they drive to Mary Fisher's Pink Palace, and Roseanne Ruth knocks on the door. And guess who answers the door? I told you this person was gonna be super significant. I told y'all. Garcia, who mad that this man had moved in on his in-house. Garcia, who had the life, the ultimate butler life. Like, if there are 80 men here, get down in the comments. Would you want to be a butler for a woman, be honest, who is wealthy, who all you got to do is just work out and be available for whatever she wants, that's not talk. She ain't trying to talk to you, honey. She ain't really trying to talk to you. She's trying to look at you. What would y'all think? I saw Dave Chappelle where he got Oprah pregnant. I learned from there, and my brothers, some of them, that men like to be kept too. Quiet as it's kept. So what say y'all? Not all men, because my husband is not here for he be like, no. Not all, but there are some men who like to be kept. There are pretty boys. There are Don Juans, if you will. There's like the Casanova type. He just, he a pretty boy, the pretty boy type. If you like that kind of thing, hey, wave your hands in the air. You might find somebody on here that want to take care of you, like Mary Fisher was taking care of Garcia until she got a man, though. That's always the thing. You never know when another man gonna move in on you. That's the crazy thing. Man or woman, anybody can move in on anything, Joe. Businesses, anybody can move in on anything. But let me stay focused. I'm over here, honey, arts and crafting though. The best arts and crafts. So Garcia answers the door. And he's like, hey, who are you? And she's like, oh, I'm Bob's wife. Honey, let me tell you, when the scorn meets the scorned, honey, when the scorned meets the scorned, and they look, the enemy of my enemy, girl, is my ally, honey. Okay, honey, these two worlds collided. Garcia didn't even need to hear nothing. Garcia didn't need to be told nothing. Garcia was like, oh, come in, girl. Hey, girl, I've been waiting on you, baby. Come on in here. Okay. I've been waiting on some karma. I've been waiting on it. I want a front row seat to it. I'm going to open the door for it. That's what he did. He ain't say nothing. He was like, oh, come right on in with the children. Come on. I was loving it. Ba 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 ba. I was loving it. I was loving it. I was like, yes, honey, yes. This is everything. So she strolled right on in there with them children. And where's Bob? Where's Mary Fisher? Where are they at, huh? They in the pool swimming with bubbles everywhere. It was really pretty. I wish I had it like that. I want it like that. I want it like that. So they was in the pool with Bubbles, honey, in her pink palace, honey, laughing and sipping champagne and giggling. And the kids ran in like, oh, it's nice. It was everything. I was like, yeah. Interrupted the flow. And so, the kids run in there, Ruth come in there, and they looking at them like, girl, what you doing here? And honey, Ruth is looking at them like, no, they belong here. These children of yours, this family, because his next thing was a family. Say it right here on the bottom, a family. So next up was a family. So Ruth thought to herself, girl, well, you said your family, honey, your family ain't you and Mary Fisher, honey. Your family is these children, you and Mary Fisher. Let's rearrange some furnitures. I was not mad at sis. I was like, girl, this sounds real logical to me. That man said his assets is the family. So here's your family. Let me help you. Let me help you. Oh, I did something wrong, I think. Nope, no, I didn't. Never mind. It's me, not you. So she said, let me bring your family closer together. Let me Garcia understand what I'm saying. Ask Garcia. Go ask Garcia if you got any questions. Go ask Garcia because we've already collided, honey. Maybe you can collide, but not maybe. No, he wasn't feeling it because he was full up. He was full up. So he like, Ruth, what's going on? Why are the children here? Why is my family, my asset family here? And she was like, because they ain't got no home to go to. And he was like, well, what happened to the house? She was like, it's gone. Now it blew up. It got blew up. Poof be gone. It's poof be gone time. And so he was like, I don't believe you. And she's like, well, here's the insurance adjuster, honey. You can have the money, all of it. You can have all of this. I don't want no parts in this. Because it was fake from the beginning. It was fake. Look at you and her in these bubble bath pool jacuzzi. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. But it looked fabulous, honey. Look at you. Talk about you want a family. Here's your family. She didn't say that, but if it had been me there with this outfit on, because I would have came with the kids, like, how could you be so heartless? Shout out to Kanye, but not. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Kanye. Does anybody know what's going on with Kanye? Is he okay? But that song was it goes with it fits. So it hey, must have quit. So she's like, Bob, look, here are your children. So he chasing her out with just a towel on, talking about, girl, when you coming to pick up these kids, aka my asset of a family. Those are his words, not mine. What the police say? Anything you say can and will be used against you, Bob. So she said, sir, let me help you. Let me help you take this all in. I ain't coming back. That's what she really should have. If I was Ruth, I would have said it. I'd be like, sir, let me help you. I ain't coming. No. What are you talking about coming back? So you mean to tell me you the only one who can abandon this family? It's just you who can abandon the family when there are two parents here who can abandon the family. Girl, bring the light in, honey. Because Roseanne, I ain't coming back. It was like the reverse. I am telling you. And I am telling you, I am going. You the worst man I've ever known. Yes, honey. Look, Roseanne said, no. Roseanne said, no, I'm not, honey, coming back. What that mean? What you speak? That ain't the language I speak. So, sorry, I had to drag it because the way she was looking at him like, who gonna tell him? Garcia, could you let this fool know who ain't coming back? Because the person who ain't coming back is me. So, whatever. So she pulls off in her cab and she skadoodles on out. So, Mary Fisher, I'm going to have to put a little bit of red over yellow because I messed that up. You can't see it though. And it's a happy little accident. Girl, it might turn into orange or something. Oops. Okay, see, and this is where we got to stop our arts and crafts till it dries. So I might have to do like half and half or something because, that's something I didn't account for that. Yeah. I think it'd be better if I was lefty, but I would have to go inside out. Okay, let me put this up. Okay, I'm done with my arts and crafts for today because now I'm just smudging it because I'm putting my wrist on the wet part. So if you get this, be aware of that. Or if you're doing something of this nature, just be aware of it. So anyway. She get in the cab and she out. And Mary Fisher is in there with her bubbles trying to cover herself up because she ain't used to having children in the house because that's not her. That's just not her. But it's about to be her. So Roseanne goes to a donut shop and she's like, it's so sad. A mother without her children. Oh my God. And that's when a rose lady comes. And she was like, a rose, a beautiful rose. It's a pine cone. Because I have those cinnamon pine. Look, clearly I like a bunch of scents. These are the cinnamon pine cones, and I have them in this little vase next to me. Rose, a beautiful rose for a beautiful woman. And that's where she gets the name Vesta Rose. Well, Rose from, I forget where she got Vesta from. That's where she got Rose from, though. And she was just her donut. Just like I miss my kids. A mother should not be separated from her children, but those are Bob's assets, so let me give them back. I guess I don't know. She was torn. It was a torn part. So she's like, but she does have a thought that propels her to the next level. And what that thought is sorry, I gotta shift my leg falling asleep, child. Maybe I just don't need to cross them. So where she did it, what she thinks is, oh my God, Mary Fisher, I know her mama miss her, right? Let me go on down over there and see if they hiring. Meanwhile, you know that saying, the way you get them is the way you lose them. Meanwhile, Bob is over there still trying to talk to the ladies. And by the ladies, I mean not Mary Fisher. I'm gonna have to move this to the other side. Or no, over here, sorry. Someone need these notes. So meanwhile, Bob is, still womanizing, being Bob. Because the way you get them is the way you lose them. And leaving them kids there with Mary Fisher, and Mary Fisher just, girl, she don't know what to do because she does not have children, really. And then these are not just ordinary children. These are not like 3-4-year-olds where you can like put them down for nap time. These are teenagers. So if you're not used to like kids being around, teenagers or something else, because these people can fully give their thoughts, and they have like, they're not in little bodies that you can kind of pick up and place where you want. No, these are lunatic in adult bodies with no frontal lobe, going through puberty. And don't be like, oh, you're judging. I am not judging. My child just became 20, child. So I got to experience the full spectrum of teenagers through not my own lens. Her friends would have been teenagers too, just by the way. So I like, if I put myself in Mary Fisher's shoes where I had no children, I lived life on my terms for what I'm telling people is 30-something years, but really it's 40-something years. Yeah, I would be startled by some teenagers. Like, girl, what is this? What happened? So she don't know what to do, honey. So what is going on? Bob is out here flirting in his new, drop top, whatever. And she's over there, honey, struggling to write a book. The book just ain't going well. The kids are loud and throwing things and barking, and her dog dies, and it's a mess, honey. It's just a mess over there. Meanwhile, as you know, you got that dark back and forth because you got more than one person perspective because it splits at a point. Meanwhile, Roseanne, Ruth, Rose, we're gonna stop. I'm not gonna say Vesta Rose because she ain't Vesta Rose yet. Is over there at the nursing home. She got her job. The lady who owns the place is really, really crazy about bedwetting. It's like a pet peeve for her. So, and she basically says, we keep the people sedated. We give them their pills, honey. They happy. It makes them glad to not know that the family didn't just drop them off there in this nursing home and don't give a damn about them. So we just keep these people sedated. We give them their little porridge, honey. If they wet the bed, they gotta go. Like, there is no warnings about that. Like, you just gone. GONE gone, honey. Okay, that's her rules, not mine. That's the rules. It's going to become important. I'm telling you this because it's going to be important to move the story forward. So she's like, okay, And so there's another person there, Nurse Hooper, that's played by Linda Hunt. And she's like, she's like watching her like she's a monitoring spirit. She's like, this new lady, I gotta make sure she don't go off the rules. Like Norris Hooper been there for like 20 years, honey. This is all she know. She eats, lives, breathes this place. So Roseanne immediately starts shaking things up. She don't give them sleeping pills. She gives them vitamins. She got them people out there playing soccer and having a good time and living, just living, which is the proper experience. Like, yeah, they're in a nursing home, but they should still move around and like still live. They're not dead. Like, so she actually lets them like have a good time. And so Nurse Hooper see this and she like, oh my God, oh my God, oh God, girl, what you over there? Why you over there doing that? Got these people living. And so, she confronts, I guess, Roseanne and Ruth, or right now we Rose now. We Rose. We didn't ditch Ruth to the past. We rebranded. And she's like, girl, look, these people are cast away. I thought you would understand they should live a little bit. You should understand, Nurse Hooper. You cast away too, girl, just like I am. She didn't say that. But if I was there, that's what I would have said. Because, girl, I don't have tact like that. So, and that's what she was thinking in my mind. I wasn't there, so I don't know. But if I was there and I was a translator, that's what I would say. So she's like, girl, you should understand better than like stop. We better than this. Let these people live. Let them have fun in their last days. And let me tell you something. Them people wanted to have fun because if you look over there in the villages in Florida, girl, them people are partying. Honey, they living every day like it's their last, okay? And that's the way you should. Dance like nobody's looking. They are partying. Hats off to y'all. I would take the hats off, but salute to the people at the villages, honey. Live your best life, baby. If I would, honey, if and when I get there, I'm be doing the same. So, no judgment here. No judge zone. I know better. I know better. Okay, this is the no judge zone. That's why we doing these arts and crafts the way we doing them. So anyway, and we burning candles and pretending like this is something when it's not. We make our own rules here. So anyway, so she like, girl, let these people live a little bit. Yeah, they cast out, but they can become their own new family. Okay, whatever. They can remix their life like I'm doing that you don't know about. So, also meanwhile, Rose, aka Roseanne, is over there, saying little things to Mary Fisher, to Miss Fisher, honey, to Miss Fisher, Miss Sylvia Miles, honey. She's over there like, nudge, nudge, girl. So your daughter, Mary Fisher, you read the book, girl, any, relation? She like, yeah, that's my daughter. She's a this and a that. And I bet you there's hooky. They playing hooky over there, which she was right. Not hooky, but they play footsies or whatever, the word for, getting it on, honey. And so, she dropped a little dimes. And one day she's like, girl, why don't you just go on over there and go visit your daughter? Girl, I'll put you on the train. Don't you worry, baby. Go over there and you need to get an eye on what's going on over there. And the mama was like, you know what? You're right, girl. I wish where you been my whole life, girl? Why you ain't put me on? But hey, Rose was girl, she was like, I'm determined to give this man his wholehearted family. Sorry, I'm gonna light that candle back. to get this man his wholehearted family. He said he want family. You gonna get your family, baby. So, Miss Fisher go on over there to visit. So let's cut to the night. So one of the nights, Roseanne is sitting there with Hooper because remember Hooper all uptight and she didn't work there for 36 years and she don't know nothing outside of that. So her and Roseanne, Rose are hanging out, and Hooper eating her regular old nothing, and Roseanne is over there with her donut box. Just pretend like it's getting smaller because it's wax. We're not gonna really eat this. And so Hooper like, girl, give me one of them. And they bond over donuts. So then she opens up, Hooper does. And she, like unleashes, and she's like, girl, let me tell you, I got all this money saved. I've been here forever. I don't really have no needs because I sleep, eat, do everything here. I forgot I was a human being, girl. I thought I was Siri or Google. She became a machine, girl. She just became a robot. Like, she a dance machine. Watch you get down. Watch you get. Like, she did that. And so then she remembered, oh, I'm saving money to do something, to start my own passion. Even though I've been here for a million years, I came with the building. So she remembered. Rose helped her remember, like, oh, girl, I'm supposed to be doing something else, girl. I forgot. I got into a routine, girl. So, meanwhile, but before that, because remember, we're always off sequence. Nothing is in sequence. This is why you gotta go see the movie yourself. You'll just chuckle at the parts that I'm talking about. Probably we go backwards here. We like the movie Memento. We go backwards here. We listen about the film first and then go see the movie. We're rebels. So before that, Rose had started pouring pee all on Miss Fisher's bed while she was going and visiting her daughter. And mind you, let's flash over there to that daughter child. We're gonna get back to Rosanna though. Let's get over here to the daughter and Mary Fisher. Mary Fisher and Mrs. Fisher. Mrs. Fisher is running amok, honey. Remember when I said she was 39 playing 40? Miss Fisher then dimed her out at dinner one day and was like, girl, you are not no 30 nothing, honey. I remember when I had you. And she's like, Mary Fisher that created this whole this whole fantasy life that never really happened, which I think all people do. You got to hype yourself up, honey. You got to exaggerate. Everybody does it, whether it be on a resume, on to you rebrand, child. So her mama there diming her out, telling all her business. And so Bob is over there like, girl, I thought you was 28. And her mama like, no, she is like 40. So I gave birth to her. I know. It was a great part. She's over there being inappropriate, just everything Mary Fisher is trying to avoid acknowledging is a part of her. And so finally she's like, Mom, it's time for you to go. But honey, no, your mama ain't gonna go. No, go, baby. Because let me tell you something. Here come the nursing home calling like, your mama peeing in the bed. And remember, I told you that's the one thing. No exceptions. So she's like, oh my God, not only, so boom, we still on this family part. We on this family. So, she like, oh my God, like Bob came and then his children came and then my mom came, but she ain't putting the puzzle pieces together. That Ruth, ain't nobody seen Ruth. What happened to Ruth? Let me tell you something. This is a sidebar. When my child was like, if I had an upstairs like I do right now, and I didn't hear my child when she was younger, that's when I got scared. It was when she was quiet, not when she was making noise. You could tell what they doing when they're making noise. Now think about it. Any parents out there, down in the comments. If your child gets quiet, that is the time where you get a little panic, like what y'all up there doing? Because you never know. Like water could start leaking, like anything, because that means they're doing something. And it might be something that is not what you want. And they are not, they don't know right or wrong all the way yet. So you're just like panicked. That's how I feel about Ruth. Ruth was quiet. Nobody heard nothing from Ruth. So you didn't disrupted her whole life. You didn't tore apart her whole life. Like she thought she was a doting wife with a husband. You tore that all apart. Now she didn't got, and she didn't came, just dropped off the kids. She didn't cuss nobody out. She didn't, like, girl, I would be afraid. But nobody was thinking about Ruth. She was quiet and nobody thought about her. That's who they should have been looking at. Because look what's happening. What's happening right now? What's happening right now? Simultaneously, when that call come and she discovered her mom can't come, let's fast forward back to Roseanne. The lady is on a frenzy. She's like, Vesta, get here. Okay, that's Rose. She said, Vesta, get here. Come here. What is this? And she was like, well, I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want to get her in trouble. She's like, boom, you fired. Like, everybody got to go. Anybody with this, because, girl, I can't handle it. I don't know why that was her peeve, but using the bathroom in the bed was not that was not her jam, honey. So Vesta pack her bag up. She made, Miss Hunter or whoever the team leader of the soccer team, honey, and she packed up. All them people were sad to see her go because they knew they was gonna go back into a drug-induced prison, child. They knew. They knew what was coming. They had a taste of freedom just for a little bit. I don't know whether they should be grateful they had a little bit of freedom or if they should be super sad that they are about to go back into a medically induced prison. You be the judge, honey. So she get on the bus. She get on the Greyhound, honey, and she about to be on her way. But guess what? Boom. Here comes some person waving it down like, no, stop, wait, hold up. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? It's me. It's me. It's B. No, it was not Beyonce. Sorry. That comes from the video of Get Me Body. Sorry. I just went there. It's her donut buddy. Nurse Hooper, girl. Nurse Hooper, like, girl, I can't. No, I don't want to. I ain't in the medically induced coma, honey. I gotta sit here and look at these people in the medically induced coma. And I see where life leads you if you don't take the bull by the horn, grab it by the horns. Girl, I'm ready to grab life by the horns, baby. I'm not gonna get trapped over there because I know that's where I'm gonna end up. But I was in a proximity to medical induced coma. I don't want to, girl. So here come Nurse Hooper. She's like, girl, look, I got all this money, girl. I got like $55,000, girl. What, and this is 1989, so it was worth more. Look that up. If you can Google like what the dollar was worth at the time, that was a good amount. So she was like, girl, you know what to do? Hooper said that to Vesta Rose. She was like, do you know what to do? She was like, yes, girl. I got some ideas, girl. And so they go out there looking for buildings. So we're going to skip back over to Bob and girl and poor little Mary Fisher, child. She just hanging on by a thread, child. So so Mary Fisher is struggling, honey. Like she's struggling. Her mama there. It has turned a whole 180 into Dante's Inferno for her. She is not having a good time. And I get it. Like, girl, you had your life set up in a certain way, and now it has been twisted upside down. A boy turned her inside out and round and round. He gave her the 180, child. Now everybody there at her house who she don't want there, children, her mother, hell, Bob at this point. She lusting after Garcia. Girl, she gotta take pills now. This is representative of pills. She gotta take pills. I don't have anything else to make pills. She gotta take pills to go to sleep. Her and Bob are fighting. Bob don't really be coming back. Cause again, the way you get them is the way you lose them. Life is just not lifing for her. Is Dante infernoing for her? That's not a word, but just make it a damn word. Life is not good for her. She's not having a good time. She's not. She hates it. She hates it. So the book comes out, and her publisher is like, "Girl." Now, mind you, this is a romance novelist. And now all of a sudden she didn't start talking about washing clothes and the accountant Bob, husband Bob, she didn't start channeling her real life into it. Well, she always channeled her real life into it. But before it was childless, parentless, and just Garcia full. Garcia full. So she could come up with all kinds of romantic stuff when you got a hot Latin lover just 2 doors down working out until you call on him. But now she got kids and her dog died. Ooh, I guess it was unalived, I guess is what you have to do here. Like things are not his kids are there, her mom's back, and her mama don't she like a New Yorker. She ain't got no cut cards. She's just like, girl, I'm gonna say exactly what I want. I mean, you're my child. Stop. Girl, what? I'm gonna bite my tongue for you. Life is just not, she's just not having a good time. So it all is put in the book. This is just paper, but the book. And her publisher is like, girl, this is terrible. Absolutely no. Please go back and do it over. And you know that's bad because usually they're like, girl, you need to be on time. But she said, no, just are you okay? So, you know, let's go back over to Vesta and Hooper, honey, because they didn't got them a building and they done made it into a business, a temp hiring business kind of thing. And basically Vesta Rose and Hooper were like, we have all these throwaway women who society just is like, oh, they're not worth a damn. But we know they are. Like inside every woman, but I think every person is gold, but you just have to like pull it out of them, which Roseanne understood, Vesta Rose understood, Hooper understood too. You know, like she saw something in everybody. So she just threw them flyers out for the women though. She only did it for the women. She was here for the girls. She threw all the flyers out and the women answered. And I mean, it was sad because one woman was like, my husband threw me away for a younger woman. I used to keep the books. I did the house. I don't have any skills. And I was like, girl, yes, you do. Come on over here, get over to this courtroom, girl. Keep the books over there and make you some mutties. So, it was a good thing, So also she made a custom flyer. She made a special flyer for, you know, Bob. Made a special flyer for him. It was like hot, sexy assist. She slid that right. She slid that right under his door. And of course he called. Of course he called. And he's like, "Oh, I need a secretary. I'm not, opposed to someone very attractive." And it's just like, Bob, dude, you just, honey, players gonna play, huh? A player gonna play, huh, Bob? So, he called Roseanne Rose, Vesta Rose, Ruth disguised her voice, and went on and sent this one chick honey, Olivia Honey, a hot thing, barely 21. She was a hot thing, child. So he sent her. She sent her over, and she had on a mini skirt, which I kind of do too. I kind of got the little mini skirt thing going. So I'm doing Olivia Honey, hot thing, barely 21, wild being heartless. So she take her little self, she sashay her little cell phone over there, and he's like, "Girl, you hired, don't you?" She didn't even have to say nothing. Looked up her leg. He was like, "Girl, you hired." Cause a player gonna play. A player gonna. And so, you know, they started having an affair. So of course, Mary getting left out, like Roseanne was getting left, Roseanne Ruth Vesta Rose was getting left out. And she's like, "Oh my God, he ain't coming home no more." She over there sad. She crying. She looking at Garcia. Garcia like access denied. The maid quit because the maid was like, "Girl, I was just cleaning up after you, Garcia. Where did all these other people come from?" So eventually she just walked out on her. She was like, "Mm-mm. You ain't paying enough for this. One person, maybe two. That's it. That's max." Maid quit. She could have asked for more money, but I guess she was just like, "Girl, I could go find another family. I ain't got to take all this." It was just not a good time. Bob is not coming home at night. And he using the same old excuses. "Oh, I blew a tail, whatever, fan belt, whatever, tire, whatever." Meanwhile, Mary is just channeling us into the book. And then when her publisher was like, "Girl, this ain't it," she cursed her out, which is what people do when they be stressed and they don't want to, when they have the cognitive dissonances. They be over there cracking up because reality and what they want it to be and how they want it to be is not jiving, it's not sinking, it's doing this, it's doing that, it's doing that. It's not, it's not doing it. So she's having a cognitive dissonance. She's going off on a publisher. So when the book comes out and nobody wants it and it's getting dragged through the tabloids, everybody, the publisher, like, "Girl, I told you. If only somebody had told you so. I told you." Also, this is out of sequence, I believe. Somebody comes over for press before the book is released. So it is before. The press comes to talk to her and do an interview. And a phone call comes. And Miss Fisher, Mary's mother, kind of goes down there and talks to the publisher. And girl didn't let more of the tea, girl. It just slipped. It just slipped out. And it's like, "Oh, yeah, she was pregnant. She was getting around, honey. She got pregnant. There was a little boy. We had to give him up for adoption." That is not how her life started. Her daddy was a butcher child. Mm-mm, don't be listening to her. I'm her mama, honey. I'm her mama. Just honey, letting all the cats out the bag, all the skeletons out, everything. Kind of like Quincy Jones. When he did that one, he was just letting everybody's business out. I was like, Quincy. RIP to him. But I was like, honey, Quincy he ain't got nothing to lose here, is what he's telling you. He's saying he ain't got nothing to lose. He's just letting it all loose, honey. Them people gone anyway. Y'all should have read their books. Quincy Jones was letting all that tea out. And that's how Mary Fisher Mama was doing too. Just letting it out. I was like, okay, girl, leave nothing. So that was going around on top of this bad book. Girl, she was in like the eighth circle of Dante's Inferno, honey. She was not having a good time. And Bob ain't coming home at night because he over there messing around with Olivia, honey. So Olivia and Roseanne are talking because she likes to go check in on the people and see how they doing. And Olivia's like, I'm having an affair with Bob, and he's living with somebody, but it's on the rocks. All the typical, player gonna play. What they say, how players gonna play. And Roseanne's like, girl, well, why don't you tell him how you feel, girl? Tell him you love him, girl. That bad girlfriend advice, but on purpose. Olivia don't know this though. And she's like, well, no, I could never do that. And she's like, girl, if you love him and you feel he feels the same, why don't you do it? And so she's like, yeah, I guess that's the point. And she go ahead and do it. Ciao. Why they in the office doing what they do? He got his little pinky ring on. Remember the pinky ring, child? And he Xerox, and a lot of y'all may not. No, y'all probably still know because they still them machines are hell. They hell. So anyway, so he Xerox his ring with her butt on top of it, child. This is a part of the story. And meanwhile, she over there huffing and puffing and telling him how she loves him. And he immediately fires her. So you immediately see Olivia crying, telling Roseanne, like, girl, he didn't fire me, talking about I'm trying to climb the ladder and he ain't nothing. Like, she is boohooing, snot bubbling, child. Meanwhile, let's go over to Mary Fisher. Mary Fisher has a breakdown. She is girl. Maybe I'm crazy. Wait, maybe you're crazy. Maybe we're crazy. Honey, she didn't have her meltdown. Garcia over there trying to get with the little teenage daughter. Garcia, no, sir. She finally have a meltdown. Tell everybody you gonna get it together and stop with me before I end all y'all. And they got it together, girl. He set it down. She couldn't take no more. Kind of like Roseanne Ruth. That's the Rose. So we're gonna dart forward. Olivia's like, girl, this ain't fair that these men are out here treating us like this. He's a poor actor too, girl. Because let me tell you something. He's over there skimming off of his customers' accounts. And Roseanne ears perk up. She said, girl, what? He doing what to what? Oh, he's skimming off their accounts, you say. So she was like, yeah, he taking a little bit of the interest off of all his people's accounts, and he puts it over in a bank in Switzerland. She said, girl, well, we need to go ahead and let the people know. Let's go ahead and exaggerate what he doing so he can go ahead and get caught. Because she was like, here's that line. Justice, but she was like, I heard justice best serve those that serve themselves. And so boom, Olivia was like, okay, girl, well, let's get on over there because I got the password. Let's serve ourselves some revenge. So they gets to amping up how much he's skimming off. Because he's skimming off. You just gotta adjust the decimal, I guess. I guess I wasn't there. I don't know. So they adjusted. And guess what happened? The IRS catch a whiff of it. So Bob, Barry Fisher, all her guests, she having a party. Now she didn't went off. So now the kids acting like they got some sense. Her mom is trapped somewhere in a cage somewhere. I don't know. She put her mama up. Or she told her mama, don't make me send you to the worst nursing home ever. Everybody was in formation, honey. They were in formation, honey. So Bob is over there giving this brown noser speech, and then boom, here come the IRS to arrest him during her beautiful party amongst her wonderful friends who she didn't link Bob up with so he could be their accountant. And they discovering that this man been taking their money, child. Because Olivia Honey and Roseanne then set up there. Let me get my pen ready. And set this man up. Well, really, they didn't set him up because he was doing it anyway. But they made it obvious what this man was doing. So that's what they were doing. That's what they did. And he got caught. So let's see here. So here come, Bear Fish over there still trying to think that this man is some good to her. So she's like, oh my God, be brave. So she get him a lawyer. Come to find out, he was skimming off of hers the most. So this is where she had too much, honey. And this is where we can go ahead and cue us a little Ray Charles, hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Because let me tell you, she said, we're done. As a couple and as my accountant, honey, we done. We done. I can't take no more. But he still got the lawyer, right? And the lawyer's like, well, it don't even matter because you got a good judge. This judge is very lenient on, white collar crimes. Roseanne said, no, Roseanne Rose Roof said, absolutely not. Let me go ahead, call down there because I done put one of my girls down there and she owe me a favor. Because that one lady who was like, I don't know how to do anything. My husband left me. No, you know how to, you got booking skills, baby. Come on down here to the courthouse. So she calls her up. She's like, now this is the telephone. Hey, girl, is there a Patchett over there? Is he? Yeah, no. So can you switch that judge? Okay, girl, thank you. And my girl switched them judges up to a not so friendly to white collar crime judge. And so he got sentenced, honey. So let's look here. Let's look at this checklist. What did Roseanne do? Because remember, she took away that home. That was gone. To set her up to take away the family, the successful career, and the freedom to enjoy it. Honey, she was crossing that list off so quick. I said, oh, Lord Jesus. So, this is the end here. I know that we ran over our 45 minutes because I had time today. In the end, she's bringing the kids. She done got the children back because now she's successful. She good. She just needed a moment to get her bearings, child. She needed a moment, and she got them. So now she's successful. She can stand on her own feet with her business, and she's helping other women who, So she bring the kids to come see him. Bob is cooking, but he burning stuff like she did because he's stressed out. He's seeing how hard it is to do the things that she did. He thought it was meaningless till he had to do it himself. And now he see, you know? So he over there, burning cookies. She bringing him to visit, and he like, "Girl, you look good." And she's like, "Well, thank you, Bob." And there's this glint, bing, in her eye. Now I want to say the glint is F around and F out. Oh, find out. Okay. That's what I like to think the glint was. Like, baby, I am not for play. I think that was the glint. Cause she took it all away and honey, she reset. Basically, it was hell half no fury, like a woman scorned. That is what that glint said. And with that, we're going to end the video. I'm going to bid y'all adieu. Happy Thanksgiving tomorrow. I may or may not do another video. I enjoyed this time getting all dialed up and playing around and drinking my tea and lighting my candles and all of that fun stuff. So maybe I'll do something tomorrow. But if not, happy Thanksgiving. Eat all the fun stuff. Happy Black Friday. Enjoy getting all this stuff. Happy holidays. Like, it's the holiday time. I feel it's time for us to kind of unwind, spend time with the people we want to, share a meal, share some time, create some memories. So, with that, I bid you guys adieu. Hopefully, you finished your arts and crafts. Here, let me grab mine. This is how far I got before I start smudging the stuff that went dry up top. So, hopefully, you're keeping on with whatever your arts and crafts are. Hopefully, you enjoyed the tale of She Devil. Hopefully you go watch the movie because it is worth the watch. It is some good acting. I love me some Meryl Streeps. Roseanne did her thing. All of them did their thing. So hopefully you go enjoy that and hopefully you come back. Bye.